place looks pretty good. I don't see anyone else here. I think this is a good spot for our lesson today. The form we're going to be learning about today is simple to make. You take an action verb stem and you conjugate it like normal. So 하다 becomes 해, 먹다 becomes 먹어. And then you attach 되다. That's it. This form 되다 is used to imply, to mean, that something is continuously happening. This action verb is continuously happening. It keeps happening. And perhaps, maybe it's too much, or it's extreme. Like it's too often, it's too much. By doing that, this implies that this action is something negative. It's used for talking about someone doing some action that's negative. So the speaker is saying, that's bad. They keep doing something. Not only do they keep doing it, but it's like, now it's too much. It's too extreme. That's what this form means. But let me give you some comparisons to what this form is. One of these two, 심하게 하다. 하다 would be whatever verb you're talking about. 심하게, so seriously, extremely. Or 너무 많이 하다, when you're trying to comprehend a new sentence. If it just doesn't quite make sense, try switching a 되다 verb to one of these two, and it should help. This form, therefore, is used for expressing the speaker, your own feelings on an action. So it's kind of like saying, hey, I feel something negative. Well, someone is doing something too extreme, too much, like that. So here are two ways you can translate this form in your head. He or she or someone has been doing some verb too much, or he or she keeps doing too much. So he's been doing that way too much, or he keeps doing that too much. So again, it shows that something is continuously happening, and perhaps that action that keeps happening is too much or too extreme. So it's kind of talking about it negatively. So when can you use this form? You will not use this form in any situation where you need to sound the slightest bit polite. This form itself has kind of a casual, like a slangy feeling to it. It does not have a polite feeling to it. So let's do an example sentence then. 철수는 요즘 잠도 안 자고 게임만 해대요. 철수는, so 철수, 요즘, these days, nowadays, recently. 요즘 잠도 안 자고, so 잠을 자다 is to sleep. 잠도 안 자다, so doesn't even sleep. 도, even. game, only, 만, 해대요, from 하다, so 하다, 해대요. So 철수, these days, doesn't even sleep, and he's only playing games. He keeps only playing games. So he keeps doing it, and it's too much. So all he's doing is just playing games. 철수는 요즘 잠도 안 자고 게임만 해대요. Lately, 철수 doesn't even sleep and only keeps playing games. 밖에서 고양이가 밤마다 울어대서 잠을 자기 힘들어요. So, 밖에서, outside, 고양이, cat, 밤마다, every 밤, night. 울다, to cry. In this case, it's a cat, so to meow or to cry. 울어대다, keeps crying, too much. It's negative. So, because the cat keeps crying every single night outside, 잠을 자다, to sleep, 힘들어요. It's hard to sleep because the cat keeps crying outside every single night. 밖에서 고양이가 밤마다 울어대서 잠을 자기 힘들어요. 새벽에 옆집 강아지가 지저대서 일찍 깼어요. 새벽 means after midnight, early in the morning. 옆집 강아지, the dog that belongs to the 옆집, 옆, next house, so the neighbor's dog. 짖다 is to bark. 지저대서, so the dog next door keeps barking really late at night. 일찍 깼어요, so I woke up early because the dog next door keeps barking late at night. 새벽에 옆집 강아지가 지저대서 일찍 깼어요. 아이가 자면서 저를 발로 차대서 멍이 들었어요. 멍이 들다 is to get bruised. 멍이 들었어요. So I got bruised because 아이가, my kid, 자면서, while sleeping, the kid, 저를, me, 발로 차다, kicked me with its foot. 차대서. So the kid kept kicking me with its foot while I was asleep. So because of that, 멍이 들었어요. I got bruised. 아이가 자면서 저를 발로 차대서 멍이 들었어요. So I got a bruise because my child kept kicking me while they were asleep. 캐러멜을 그렇게 먹어대면 이빨이 다 망가질 거예요. 캐러멜을 그렇게 먹어대면. Caramel, 그렇게, like that. So the way that you are. 먹어대다, to eat, to keep eating. So you're eating it and it's too much. You're just scarfing down. So if you keep just eating caramel like that, 이빨이, your teeth, 다, all of them, 망가지다, to get ruined. So to fall out, to be messed up. If you keep scarfing down caramel, your teeth are all gonna get ruined. 캐러멜을 그렇게 먹어대면 이빨이 다 망가질 거예요. 돈을 그렇게 써대면 금방 다 써버릴 거예요. So, 돈, money, 그렇게, like that. 쓰다, to use. In this case, 써대다. To just keep using, you're just excessively using your money like that. 금방, right away, soon. Before you know it, right away. 다 써버리다. Again, to use all of it, to completely use it. 돈을 그렇게 써대면 금방 다 써버릴 거예요. So if you keep just, using your money like that, wasting your money, you'll soon spend all of it. 일찍 자야 한다면서 계속 커피를 마셔대면 어떡해요? 일찍, early, 자다, to sleep. 자야 하다. So you have to sleep early. 한다면서. So literally, while you are saying that you have to go to bed early. So you're saying that you have to sleep early, but 계속, continually, keep 커피를 마시다, drink coffee. You keep drinking coffee. 마셔대면. If you're going to just keep drinking coffee, 어떡해요? What are you going to do? Literally. So if you're saying that you have to go to bed early, then how come you just keep drinking coffee? Literally though, while you're saying that you have to go to bed early, if you keep drinking coffee like that, what are you going to do? 일찍 자야 한다면서 계속 커피를 마셔대면 어떡해요? So that is everything about just 되다. There is a common form that's compared with 되다, and I want to talk about how it's different. The first one is 곤하다 or 고는 하다. Same thing. This one is often compared with the 대 form because it also is used to show something that frequently or repeatedly happens. However, it doesn't have to be negative. And the way it works is the same. You take a verb stem, so action verb stem, and you attach 곤하다 and you conjugate 하다 at the end. This form is often to say used to in the past tense. Now, this isn't the best way to say used to. A better way is actually to use just the double past tense. Also, it's not required that this has to be used in casual speech either. It can be used formally. And there's one more form I want to talk about. This one has a bunch of optional parts. So, action verb stem plus 기, 가, 일수이다. This one is also used to show that something often happens. And just like 되다, it implies that something is negative. Although it doesn't imply that it's too much, and it doesn't imply that it's excessive or that it's too extreme, but it does imply that it's negative. So then what's the difference between this form and 되다? 되다 is also, again, only used in casual, so informal speech. It's not used in formal situations or when you want to sound polite. But this form is not so common. But be able to recognize it if you see it. So that's everything you need to know for the 되다 form. Thank you for coming to this lesson, and I hope you learned something new today, and I will see you again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.